welcome to the second episode of the Weekly Word. Today is really special. We're getting ready for Halloween. We've got the jack-o'-lantern here. We've got the flowers, the gourds, all this stuff happening, candles, and we're ready. So today we're going to talk about the origins of Halloween. We're going to talk about the word hallow and how all of these holidays that are happening right now came to be at the same time. So we have to go way, way back to start the conversation, and this was back in the old Celtic holiday of Samhain. Samhain is a holiday, that word really literally means end of summer, and this was the harvest feast, and it went on for days, maybe a week, where people would be feasting, and they would make big bonfires, but they believed that at that time that the veil between our world and the spirit world was thin, so that the souls of the departed could come into our world. So they would dress up in animal hides to try to disguise themselves and confuse the spirits, and they would go around door to door and knock on the door, saying prayers for the people who had passed away there, and in exchange for little cakes that became really very common for that holiday. So the Pope in 9th century decided to change what was normally celebrated around Easter time, the All Hallows Day, to the same time of year as Samhain. And this was an attempt to bring, because that holiday is really about celebrating, honoring the saints, and then the next day, All Souls Day, that would be for the departed, the people who have passed away. So he moved that holiday to be in line with Samhain, and it sort of started out as being called All Hallows Eve. It fell on October 31st, with All Hallows Day being the next day, November 1st. So the day after that would be All Souls Day. Now, eventually this turned into Halloween, Halloween, apostrophe E-N, Halloween, and then eventually the apostrophe got dropped, and now we have the word Halloween. But hallow, the word itself, means holy, and that's kind of strange when we think about Halloween, because we don't really think of Halloween as a holy day. But if we see the origin coming from the church, from the Pope, of All Hallows Day, which was a day to a feast day, just like Samhain, it was a feast day for the saints. And the day after that, All Souls Day, was a feast day for the relatives and friends who had departed, people in the community. So we have all of these holidays coming together at the same time. Eventually, All Hallows Day turned into All Saints Day, and so we see that celebrated today, or these days we see that celebrated on November 1st and November 2nd for All Souls Day. There's one other holiday that I want to talk about, and that's Dia de Los Muertos, and that is a Mexican holiday that originated many, many thousands of years ago. It's an indigenous holiday coming from the south of Mexico, and it spread northward, and now traditionally still celebrated, where you can see people actually put together some really beautiful altars to honor their ancestors and family members who have passed away, and it's really beautiful. But I just want to make a point to let people know, we see a lot of stuff in culture about this. Maybe you see people dressing up like for Halloween with that kind of skeleton and flower kind of thing. But this holiday is very serious. This is not Halloween. It's a time for honoring the people who have passed. And the people who really celebrate this holiday will actually go to the cemetery, and they'll clean up the grave sites. They'll put flowers, and they'll put food and things like that, and special drinks for the souls of the people that they think are going to be around them during this time. So it's very interesting how we have all of these different cultures come together at this time of year, saying, hey, we can access this other world of the spirits of the departed, and that the veil is thin right now, and it's spiritual, it's all hallowed, it's all holy. I think we need to bring that to light. We need to bring attention to that. We need to pay attention to that, and don't think of Halloween as like okay, it's a big holiday. Lots of people spend a lot of money and do crazy things, but um, let's try to have a more spiritual perspective about it maybe this year, and think about all of the other holidays right around this time that have really deep meaning. Anyway, I hope you guys all enjoy your Halloween. Yeah, tomorrow's Halloween, and I've got some candy for you. So yeah, have fun. Om Shanti for now. Have a great week, and I'll be back soon with another episode next Sunday.